Surround people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
With great deals coming this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th, greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Hear ye! Make way for the baron of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the lord of the loaves, prime member, Dave!
Yeah, hi?
Shop great deals this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th.
Hey friends, I'm Jessica Capshaw.
And this is Camilla Luddington.
And we have a new podcast, Call It What It Is. You may know us from Graceland Memorial, but did you know that we are actually besties in real life?
When one of us sends out the distress signal, the other one always answers the call. Big or small, we're there.
And what does that look like? 1,000 pep talks, 1,000,000 I've got yous, some very urgent I'm coming overs. Because, I don't know, let's face it, life can get even crazier than a season finale of Grey's Anatomy.
And now here we are, opening up the friendship circle.
Someone's cheating?
We've got you on that.
In-laws are in-lying?
Let's get into it.
Toxic friendship?
Air it out.
We're on your side to help you with your concerns, talk about ours, and every once in a while, bring on an awesome guest to get their take on the things that you bring us. Listen to Call It What It Is on the iHeartRadio app.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horns. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Texas Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. The Pac-12 is now Bobcat country. NBA free agency has blown up. Joe Cook is ready to talk Texas Longhorns at 7:34. The Steelers are making moves. The NFC West is next. And now the madness is in the game. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, our guy Marcus is behind the boards. And if you're ready to get it popping, let's just do that. All you got to do to be part of the show is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's right. They aren't applied. They may apply.
Maybe.
If you leave a message, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, get over to that new and improved iHeartRadio app. Use that talkback feature, and I'll give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Lainey Wilson, September the 18th. That's right, Lainey Wilson, September the 18th.
I'm shaking my head. Yeah. Hold on. Let me look right directly into the camera.
Hey, let's get into it. There's so much that was going on in the NBA, Mark, and you and I have been cracking up because of the fact that there has been move on top of move on top of move. But the biggest move of it all has been King James, LeBron James, and the move of him accepting the picking up the option of $52 million. Now, Mark, I'm not going to talk about another man's money. That we already know what he is. He's a billionaire. The money is the money. He's at the end of his career. So get as much as you can possibly get. I'm fine with that. But you can't talk about how you want to win championships and be a part of it if you're taking up all the cap.
You opted into 52 million?
52, and you need help.
Really 53 because it's 700,000.
Yes. So
let's not
Gloss over it.
Gloss over the fact that 700,000 is added to that 52 million.
I'm with you. So my question to you, and we'll get into it. We'll hear from Windhurst, and we'll hear from Sean Marks. Did he do the right thing by accepting that? Not financially, not the man at the end of the line money, but did he do right if he seriously wants to be a champion?
The only thing I can think of is he's doing this so he can try to negotiate cutting the salary into segments. Like, so give up some of that money so they can go and sign some other guys.
But how? That's the one thing that is kind of
you can renegotiate your deal, or he can ask for a trade. Those are the only power that he has now is to be able to have the most money so he can help his team get better by cutting his salary up, or say trade me.
Well, that's the interesting part about this, because Brian Windhurst was talking about this yesterday about him opting in to take the money, but also the trade value.
Yeah, there's something going on here, and I, to be honest with you, I don't completely know what it is. I talked to Rich Paul yesterday. He reiterated essentially what he's told Shams. What I can tell you is I do not think LeBron James is going to be traded either today or tomorrow or in a month or in 3 months, because number one, he makes $53 million, and doing a trade like that to a competitive team that has a high payroll is going to be very difficult. And secondly, he has a no trade clause, which would mean he would control all sides of a trade. Not only where he would want to go, but what he would want to get traded for. And those parameters just make it unlikely a deal like that would ever happen. So while it is fascinating to think about, I don't think that's an avenue here. Also, I will point out that the Lakers finished as the number 3 seed in the Western Conference last year. Now, it was tightly bunched. The difference between the 3 seed and the 7 seed wasn't that big, but this is not a team that is not competitive for a championship. And I would expect in the next 2 days, they add a player or two to their core that would improve their hand a little bit. So the way that the LeBron's operation has approached this is an indication that he is not happy. And I'm not sure what the Lakers can do to make him happy in the next couple of days that they hadn't done the last 6 months. And I'm not sure what his next move would be after that. We're all going to want to wait and watch how this plays out.
Yeah, Bob.
Therein lies his power with opting in.
Right.
Because he can say, listen, I'm going to waive my trade clause. He can do that. Or he can say, let's renegotiate my deal, make it favorable for the Lakers. Let's stretch it out over 3 years. Let's go 30 million. You give back the Lakers that much money, now you can make a trade for another big-time player.
Does he move his money around to the point that it's going to be viable
I would do
for
it
somebody?
if I was a billionaire. He makes more money from
endorsements
and outside things than he does his basketball career.
And maybe that's why he decided, you know what? I'm at the end of this rope right here, and I'm going to take as much money as I possibly can, and we'll see what happens. This may be my last year. This may be one of those situations where I'm walking away from it. But my question is, now that we've gotten this deep into his career, like this is going to be a record 23rd season in the NBA. Nobody has ever played as long. Nobody's at a very high level. But now he's played 23 years and he's got 4 championship rings. Is that it? Like, does that outweigh everything in it? Because he wants to say that the rings don't matter, but the rings matter.
Because he has them.
Right. The rings matter.
They don't matter if you have them.
Yeah. Yeah. Ask Charles Barkley if they matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ask him if it matters.
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, those guys that were outstanding in their careers but never got that championship. And now you've played 23 years and you only have 4 and you're supposed to be the greatest player to ever play? I'm not bashing LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan.
Sound like it.
I'm not bashing him.
Hey.
But the moral of this is, does this go back to his point about, well, I don't care about the rings. All I want is my money now? I don't care about the raise. All I want is to get paid.
Wow, that's a horrible way to think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not doing anything to better your team if
Well,
you're taking all that money,
look-
right?
look
What
at-
did you say about Dak? What did you say about Dak and all the money that Dak is making? Dak is the highest paid player in the NFL. Like, huh?
Yeah, let's
You know what I'm saying? Like, huh?
let's get some wins.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's
please.
get what? A Super Bowl ring
Let's get a ring.
because it matters.
Do you think LeBron has a trust issue with new ownership?
Oh, most definitely. Because they took his power away.
No, thank you. And they brought in they brought in his replacement with Luka Doncic. Not
Right.
the new group, but they were setting up for that.
They told LeBron, this was printed yesterday, that they were not going to use any more resources, draft picks, and players involved in a trade to get other people here for him to win. Everything that they were going to be doing with the capital of the Lakers was going to be for Luka. So that's basically telling you, hey man, like we're restructuring for the future, not for you and trying to win right now.
So basically a new focused player.
Yeah. So I mean, Luka's the lead now. And when you get that information, but you make the most money, and LeBron has all the cards, really.
Yep.
So they're gonna wait till next year, and then he's an unrestricted free agent. He can go wherever he wants to.
Right.
But the Lakers will get nothing for him leaving. So why would you let that happen? Well, I wouldn't. If I felt like 40 games into the season next year and LeBron is still healthy, okay, we got 40 games out. Like, let's see what we can get for him. LeBron, is there a destination that you would like to go to? That's the conversation you got to have with LeBron. You can't have LeBron may be the one that has to ask, hey, are y'all willing to deal me? Because I think I have somebody that's willing to take me.
Well, if Rich Paul is involved in this, already been a discussion. He's probably already went out and trying to see it. But here's the question. Who is going to have the financial
The New York
backing?
Knicks has it. They can trade away Anunoby and that horrible contract that
But
Mr.
they're
Robinson
in phase
has.
2 now. They're in phase 2. The apron 2, where they can't do that. You can't offset contracts now.
Well, I'm talking about next season when the season starts. I'm not talking about right now. You can't do it right now.
So this is going to be a fascinating watch because of the fact that LeBron is in that gray area. You
see all these young players that they brought in?
Yeah.
That they're bringing in?
That's to be with Luka.
That's
to be with LeBron.
That don't have nothing to do with LeBron.
Exactly. I'm going to tell you what. I got a new team. We'll talk about it a new later. I got me a new squad.
Come on, man.
NBA. We're just getting started on a Texas Tuesday. And I will say, they are a team from Texas. We're just getting started on a Texas Tuesday. When we come back, we'll continue the conversations. The NFL wasn't letting the NBA have all the glory. Some moves were made, and I want to get Mark's thoughts on it. And we have a question for you out there on AM 1300, The Zone on social media. Go check it out right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. And crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The JV and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
All
Our slowest spot this morning is I-35 northbound at Slaughter Lane. A crash blocks off 2 left lanes, causing a 45-minute backup from Highway 45. But the drive on Mopac northbound is traffic-free at the moment from William Cannon over to Loop 360. We're also not seeing any delays on 130 northbound from I-35 to Highway 71. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Randall's. In a rush and don't have time to shop for groceries? Let Randall's do the shopping for you. Now at Randall's, get $30 off your first online order. With free pickup or delivery, you will always get the same great prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop Randalls.com or in the app.
Hey, it's JB and Sandy for our friends at Koala Cooling. Scott and Stacy, the same great folks behind Kangaroo, are the folks who bring you Koala Cooling and Plumbing. You ever hear the saying, JB, the dog days of summer? Do you know what it actually means?
It means you can't go outside. You want to stay in your air-conditioned home is how I interpret that.
True, but it actually has history with astrology, the ancient Greeks, and the dog star constellation. Hey, that's great to know, but right here on planet Texas, I just know it's hot, right?
Yeah, we hit triple digits in May, and I know we have hit triple digits in September. That's a long stretch. You want to get your home checked out and qualified.
Yeah, you don't want your AC breaking down on the hottest days of the year. So go ahead and get the team from Koala Cooling to come out and take a look. Like JB said, get your AC qualified. Call them today at 512-759-8800.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is coming to Round Rock July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond. Watch these legendary AUSL Pro softball players on the Bandits and Vaults battle it out, including Sis Bates, Rachel Garcia, Skylar Wallace, Texas-owned Bella Dayton, and many more. To learn more, go to the AUSL.com and get your tickets today. That's the AUSL.com for tickets. Athletes Unlimited Softball, July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. AUSL, this is legendary.
Shop Mattress Firm's July 4th sale and reclaim your restless nights. Choose from a curated premium selection of mattresses to find just the upgrade you're looking for. Get matched. Sleep at night.
Earl Campbell here for my good friends at Austin Shoe Hospital. Austin Shoe Hospital has been repairing my favorite boots and shoes for over 30 years. They are the best Western boot repair company in Texas and can repair any boot, brand, or style. Visit the master cobblers at Austin Shoe Hospital, and they will bring all your shoes, boots, and bags back to life. If you wear it, they can repair it. Oh, yes, and hook 'em horns.
Visit AustinShoeHospital.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Are you shopping for a new car? You want to trade in the car that you have? You're just a little tired of it. Maybe it doesn't fit your needs anymore. Well, you can trade that car in and get into a brand new under warranty car from Apple Leasing. And they'll get you any make and any model that you want with one phone call. You heard that right. No matter what you want, they'll get it for you at Apple Leasing. Call them at 346-9977 or go to appleleasing.com and start your shopping there. It's literally as easy as one phone call. Maybe there's a couple, 3 different cars. You're not exactly sure which one you want yet. Tell Apple Leasing which ones they are. They'll set up a test drive. Next thing you know, you're in a brand new under warranty vehicle from Apple Leasing. Call them today, 346-9977. That's 346-9977. Or go to their website. It's appleleasing.com. Appleleasing.com.
Wake up with Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Coming up in the next segment, we will have Joe of Inside Texas, all things Texas Longhorns. As Texas has a new NIL initiative or innovation for student athletes that is powered by Learfield. So we'll get Joe's thoughts on that. We'll also have some thoughts on his offensive players to pay as well. Get over to AM1300 The Zone on X as we posed a question, and this is getting a lot of traction because I think it's a good question. There's a new Superman movie that is coming out real soon, so it got me to thinking about who is the most popular superhero. Is it Batman? Is it Superman? Is it Wonder Woman or even Spider-Man? You can put other if you would like and tell us why you believe that this is the most popular superhero that is out there. I already cast my vote. Of course, I put Superman, but I am, as Marcus talked about during the break, a huge Batman fan. I am a huge Batman fan.
He don't have a superpower.
Well, I mean, he's a bat.
His wallet.
His wallet is his superpower.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous.
He like LeBron. My wallet tells you everything you need to know.
God.
Well,
What's your superpower? I'm rich.
I'm rich. That's right. I can do what I want. Speaking of rich, Jeff Bezos got married to a woman that, let's just say, I get around when I get around. You want? She changed her face so much you wouldn't recognize her. So that's what she was.
Well, it's a new person.
Yeah.
You know,
She was
plastic
making-
hair, a little
Exactly.
injection there. She's completely different.
She's a totally different person. But I wanted to get into this because speaking of totally different people, it seems like the Pittsburgh Steelers have decided to make some moves. And let's just say this one was a big one.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't a trait, it's a tradition. And this city's always had a thing for defense with an edge. Now there's a new name stepping into the black and gold. Shutdown corner, relentless competitor. A walking chip on his shoulder with 4 wheels and no brakes. He talks loud, he hits hard. He didn't come to change what Pittsburgh stands for. He came to show he belongs in it. Steel sharpens steel. And the Steelers just got sharper.
He made his own video to make his own announcement. Wasn't no insiders that was supposed to be about that. The Steelers have traded for Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and a 2027 7th-round pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick, a 2027 5th-round pick. Ramsey will receive $1.5 million in raises to lock him in at $22.6 million of the $69 million remaining through 28. Jonnu Smith will sign a 1-year, $12 million extension, putting him at a 2 years, $16 million with Pittsburgh. Fitzpatrick is on his way back to the team that drafted him in the Miami Dolphins. Mark, when you heard this trade come across, what was your first thought for Jalen Ramsey, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and what the heck is going on in Pittsburgh?
My first thought was, did y'all see the fight between Ramsey and DJ Metcalf?
DK, yeah.
Ooh-wee. Why would you put oil and water together?
Well, they're going to have to go through it at practice. They're going to work it out. You know,
Listen at you. They're going to work it out.
They have to, man.
They gonna be friends to the end.
Yeah, did we just become best friends?
Whatever.
Yeah, they just became best friends.
You just have said that we want the smoke. We want trouble.
Exactly.
We want problems.
Man, that's when they were good.
You woke up and put on a pair of M1s.
They
You chose violence today. That's what y'all did.
If you show up in N1s, it means
Somebody finna get in a fight because you don't want to scuff your good shoes.
You walking in with N1. Okay, so here's the deal.
So how you gonna throw the ball now against Pittsburgh? You got Joey Porter, you got Ramsey, and didn't they sign like
Darius
Slay?
Yeah.
How you gonna listen, man? They got the best 3 corners in the NFL.
They also have started a senior group for their team because Aaron Rodgers is 41. Cam Hayward on the defensive line is 36. Darius Slay is 34. Jalen Ramsey is 30. TJ Watt is 30. And Jonnu Smith is 30.
So are they going to trade TJ Watt now?
That's what there are rumblings that they might be looking to trade TJ Watt. But I want to back it up a little bit before we get into
Okay,
TJ
I'm gonna
Watt.
let you make this point because
My question is this Mike Tomlin selling his soul, or is this Mike Tomlin, as you've said multiple times, being kicked out of the group and now he just got to deal with the groceries that he's given? Or is he saying, look, this may be my last year. I want to go out with a bang, so please give me the Geritol group.
this seems like a Mike Tomlin move. To have a guy that's a swing player. He's not just a corner. He can play safety. He can play the buck position or razor or whatever you want to call a safety / extra defensive back.
Right.
At the highest level. Ramsey is awesome. So I don't know how you can keep Watt with that. There's all that salary on defense. You better do it soon. You better trade. If you're going to trade him, you need to trade him now.
Right. But my question, how does this play out for Mike Tomlin? This,
regardless, whether they win the Super Bowl or they lose in the playoffs, Mike Tomlin is out of there. This is not going to be his problem going forward.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and I did not realize this. Mike Tomlin has been the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers since 2007.
Yeah. They've only had the Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Steelers franchise has only had three coaches.
Yeah.
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. That's it.
That's unbelievable to think that Tomlin, my age, our age, has been the head coach since 2007.
Remember how young he was?
Right.
He was a young man coaching.
So what are you saying, he old?
Yeah, Hardge, we're halfway in the marathon.
That's why that question is, if the young people were to pick who their superhero.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pick Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Yeah, Captain America. You know, what the Universal
They have
Soldier.
no idea.
The Universal Soldier. Yeah. So my question is truly, is this his last ride?
I think it is. I mean, all the evidence points to it.
It's
I mean,
definitely Aaron Rodgers' last ride. He said that he don't plan on playing past this. You bring in a DK Metcalf, who you was talking about. You got Jonnu Smith, but you also have Freiermuth. What are you going to do with this offense, let alone what you just brought in on defense? You said who gonna throw against them. I'm trying everybody.
Listen, you better run the ball because that defense is going to take the ball away from you. And the biggest piece
I'm a
of
big
it
fan of
is
Jalen
Calais
Ramsey.
Campbell.
Yep.
You cannot get push on him. I was so mad when the Cowboys didn't pick him up off free agency.
Well, get used to that. You know we ain't even called Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry.
Why are we talking about? I don't even want to talk about
You the
football
one brought
no
him
more.
up. You brought
I
him
don't even
up.
want to talk about football.
Hold on, Calais Campbell's not with them. Calais Campbell's not with the Pittsburgh Steelers. No, you're thinking of Cam Hayward. You're thinking
Cam
of
Hayward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Cam
of
Hayward.
Yeah, and they got Patrick Queen on that squad at linebacker. You also, as you said, you got Highsmith, who was unbelievable last year. You got Deshaun Elliott, Juan Thornhill, Joey Porter, and now Jalen Ramsey in that secondary. Yes, they're going to be talented.
Wow, man.
Those two, Deshaun Elliott and Thornhill, will come downhill and pop you. So you can lock some
I'm
guys
not even
up.
mad at Watt, because he needs his money, man. They need to do the right thing by him.
But I think it's because he's 30 years old. I think that is the reason.
They have to throw that out the window now that they just brought in Ramsey. He's 30.
Exactly.
And
That's what I was just about to say.
They have three other guys on that defense that are plus 30.
100%. 100%.
So,
I'm with you on that.
you know what? Double standards, I guess.
Hey.
Too much work on that line of scrimmage. It's Greyhound bus miles when you play on the defensive line.
It wasn't that Von Lane. It's not.
No, it's not Von Lane. Those are new.
Coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. A lot going on the 40 acres. And that NIL money, they finding a way to keep it coming in. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Some good news on I-35 northbound. That accident at Slaughter Lane has been taken care of, but it's going to take some time for these speeds to get back to normal. We're also pretty slow at the moment on 183 northbound from 130 over to Highway 71, about a 10-minute slowdown, but traffic free over on Mopac northbound going from Enfield over to Breaker Lane. I am Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying order. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card below 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
You know what's faster than your paycheck? Literally everything. It's time to get your pay up to speed. With Earnin, you can access your pay as you work instead of waiting days and weeks for a paycheck. Get up to $150 a day with a max of $750 between paydays. No interest, no credit checks, and no mandatory fees. Because, hey, it's your money. Download the Earnin app now to get it and join millions of people making any day payday. That's EARNIN. Earnin is not a bank. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Available in select states. Expedited transfers available for a fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details.
4th of July savings are here at the Home Depot, so it's time to get your grilling on. Pick up the Traeger Pro Series 22-pellet grill and smoker, now on special buy for $389, was $549. Smoke a rack of ribs or bake an apple pie. This grill is versatile enough to do it all. This summer, no matter how you like your steaks, your barbecues are guaranteed to be well done. Celebrate 4th of July with fast free delivery on select grills right now at the Home Depot. Subject to availability.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The Spurs signing free agent center Luke Cornett to a 4-year deal worth $41 million. Astros open a 3-game series against the Rockies tonight at Coors Field. Houston sits atop the AL West at 50-34. Texas State joining the Pac-12 for its relaunch in 2026 alongside Oregon State, Washington State, and partial member Gonzaga. I'm Ronta Moss.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, C-Class, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Visit your local authorized dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/dream.
iHeartRadio's got you covered for the summer. Hit play on the perfect summer playlist like Summer Classics, Road road tripping with commercial-free weekends on Smells Like the 90s?
We could live beside the ocean.
Or zone out in the shade with a good podcast? Your summer soundtrack is already in your pocket with the free iHeartRadio app. Find your next summer preset now.
iHeartRadio.
1300 The Zone is your home for the Round Rock Express.
It's Tuesday, so you know it can only mean one thing. Our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. He joins us right now on the hotline on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And Joe, I'm going to get into the Texas situation and everything that's going on. But did you know that today is National Bobby Bonilla Day? And he continues to get paid big dollars just like he was playing in the game. And now he's been sitting at home since 2001 collecting money from the Mets.
Man, it's that Mets front office. You can always rely on them to be innovative, right?
Sure.
I remember. I think there's somebody else who like he's got a larger payment from some other team. I think maybe from like the Orioles, but because it's the Mets, it's always going to be Bobby Bonilla Day.
No doubt about it. He gets $1.193 million from every July 1st until 2035. 2035, they're still going to be paying him. I love his agent, and you're right. You got to be part of those Ponzi schemes to get that kind of money right there. But let's get into Texas football because some news came out yesterday that Texas and Learfield launched the Longhorn Sports Agency to drive NIL innovation for the student athletes. Tell me what your initial thoughts was when you heard that.
Yeah, I did a quick read through of that, and I know Learfield, considering its national involvement in college sports for a variety of different ways, is an entity that a lot of these schools are using and trying to get involved. The way I read it is that they're just basically Learfield is using the resources at the disposal of the University of Texas. If you have a deal with someone and it's like, okay, we need a video or something like that, to me it reads as if the media capabilities that Learfield possesses on campus will be available. And of course there'll be some facilitating of facilitating those deals, but instead of just like signing a deal and saying, all right, go figure it out, they're going to be Learfield's going to have the opportunity to help. But I'd be on the lookout for some news today on the NIL front regarding Texas. There's been a lot of questions about how collectives will look in this modern era, and as the calendar turns, some of those rules changed. But Texas is on top of those rules, so I'd be on the lookout in a few minutes about what might be next for collectives in the University of Texas sphere.
Gotcha.
That was definitely a question of mine, but I also want to put in there, is this one of those where they make it easy for money to be funneled to the program, or is this one of those that's legitimate? Like, we want to make sure that the players actually have and not want for anything.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. If there's some sort of deal that requires maybe like a little video or something like that, or you have to record a 30-minute or 30-second kind of stand-up video, this is where you can go through that. But it also, I'm sure, Learfield, they welcome in advertisers too. They know what the system's like. They got to blast their radio waves around the country, and so they know that there's interest for having these big name college athletes get involved with some of the messaging. So I think it's kind of a relationship that helps everybody there, but it's more providing more resources to help student athletes, I feel like, fulfill NIL obligations rather than someone saying like, hi, I'm so and so presented by Learfield or anything like that.
I love it. So let me ask you this, Joe. You wrote an article, and I thought it was an outstanding article because it's stuff that a lot of folks don't really dive into, and I think it's a great read. You wrote this article about the Texas 2025 offense and how Texas has players on the offense from all over the country. And, obviously people that watch Texas know that these kids are from different places, but you really don't dive into it, and it just goes to show the recruiting landscape that Sark and his staff truly has.
Yeah, they're pouring over every rock, no matter what state or time zone it is. They're going all over the country. The quarterbacks from Louisiana, they got wide receivers from all over the U.S. But the one thing I thought was pretty interesting was that the offensive line is pretty darn Texan, and a lot of that is because there are still members of the 2022 class that are entering their fourth year on campus. That when you bring 7 people in one recruiting class, they're going to make up a bulk of your line. And even with Kelvin Banks and Cam Williams getting drafted, and even with a player like Malik Agbo electing to transfer, you still have guys like Cole Hudson and DJ Campbell and Connor Robertson and Neto Umeozulu, all guys who played in the state of Texas, still on the roster, to where the only guy who may be from out of state on the O-line this year is Brandon Baker from California. So just kind of shows that the Longhorn recruiting efforts are not limited to one state or one region. If there's a good player out there that they think is going to fit on their roster, they're going to recruit them. And it doesn't matter what state they're in. Like you mentioned, if they're from St. Louis or if they're from, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arkansas, Alabama, they're going to go and look for them and try to bring them to Austin.
Do you think that there is a deterrent coming from with the recruiting situation right now? Do you think that it's a deterrent coming to Austin for some of these 5 stars because they know that they may have to sit or they're going to have limited play?
It's case to case. Maybe there are still some opportunities for early playing time at some positions. Some more than others, but it's one of those things where this is a problem successful programs have to encounter every year, and others have figured it out. Texas is figuring it out. One of the differences, I guess, is that maybe when you look at the Alabamas and the Georgias of the 2010s and early 2020s, right before NIL got going, there was no such thing as payroll sitting on the bench. Now that's a little bit of a different conundrum. You can have guys with 6-figure deals, but the money there's only so much money in every athletic department, and money tied up on the bench is money tied up on the bench. It looks like Kirk Cousins out there in Atlanta.
Right.
You can't have those types of situations. So I think that's an aspect of it that schools and football programs are still dealing with, just an added variable. But there's still a lot of players who understand that, hey, maybe I need a year of seasoning or something like that, and then I can really make a jump at opportunity in my second year, or maybe even third.
Joe, before we let you go, I wanted to ask you about Trevor Goosby. Excuse me. He's been getting a lot of pub. He's been, he's done a great job from left tackle to right tackle. He's been able to solidify that left tackle spot. How important is he going to be to the success this season?
Man, it's a good thing he's on the roster, and it's a good thing he got to prove himself a little bit last year. I think if he hadn't had those opportunities against Georgia and Texas A&M and even Clemson for a little bit, that would be a position of some concern. And, he would still probably be getting the same positive reviews he has gotten behind the scenes. But, people want to see it in action. Well, they saw it in action last year, and he, performed well against some of the best defensive players on Texas' schedule. So lots of confidence in him. Even though he may just be, entering his third year on campus, there's some people who think that he could just spend 1 year starting and find his way in a good position in the draft. So definitely someone who Texas is relying a lot on this year, especially as they need to get a little bit more push in the run game and protect that Arch Manning guy back there at quarterback.
Yeah, you speaking of that 1 year, that's what a lot of people are thinking with that guy as well. As always, Joe, great catching up with you, man. We appreciate you, and enjoy the rest of the week, man. Happy holidays.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. There he is, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. Texas State, well, it's Pac-12 country. Get it going, Cats, right here on the morning
Don't
kickoff.
you ever do that again.
Sports Radio AM 1300.
I'm done.
Do you ever feel like when you're talking, nobody is listening? Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone will listen to you. What is on your mind? Go! All you have to do is use the iHeartRadio app talkback feature when listening to AM 1300 The Zone.
Yo, hello, it's me. Enjoy the show.
We will get your message instantly, and we promise to listen to it.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Some good news on I-35 northbound. That accident at Slaughter Lane has been taken care of, but it's going to take some time for these speeds to get back to normal. We're also pretty slow at the moment on 183 northbound from 130 over to Highway 71, about a 10-minute slowdown, but traffic free over on Mopac northbound going from Enfield over to Breaker Lane. I am Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Randall's. In a rush and don't have time to shop for groceries? Let Randall's do the shopping for you. Now at Randall's, get $30 off your first online order. With free pickup or delivery, you will always get the same great prices, deals, and rewards as in-store. Shop Randalls.com or in the app.
Mark, I saw a plate that said QB Killer. Was that yours?
You know it. And I got it at myplace.com where legends can personalize their own plate.
I tried to give Champ, but it was already taken.
Probably by me. Twice.
Man, they got everything from Hook'em to Grill Daddy.
Use code THEZONE for discounts unless you're scared of a little personality on your plate.
Scared? Please. I'm ordering Hardge 1 right now. myplates.com. And put some Texas swag on your ride.
Meta AI is the personal AI that's tailored to you. Now with its very own app. It's built to get to know you, offering helpful answers and inspiration. If you're looking for something to add to your bucket list, Meta AI goes beyond traveling the world. It remembers you're a basketball fan and suggests you attend one of the playoff games. Just start typing or speaking to get the answers you need, wherever, whenever, because Meta AI is your personal AI. Download and try the app today. Now available on the Apple App Store or Google Play.
Hey, listen to this. All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, y'all, this is Jason Aldean. You know I'm all about supporting what matters to us, our families, our freedoms, and our country. That's why I made the switch to Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. With Patriot Mobile, you're getting top quality service on the same great networks. And every bill helps support our veterans and defend our freedoms. It's time to put your dollars where it counts. Join me in switching to Patriot Mobile today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Aldean or call 972-PATRIOT today.
With great deals coming this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th, greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Hear ye! Make way for the badding of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the lord of the loaves, prime member Dave!
Yeah, hi?
Shop great deals this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th.
In the podcast, The United States of Kennedy, two Kennedy-obsessed hosts with contrasting perspectives take a deep dive into the Kennedy family's impact, good and bad, on American culture. This week, we're talking about Teddy Kennedy and Chappaquiddick.
There's the official record, and then there's a lot of other theories about what happened that night, and I have my own.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the United States of Kennedy and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horn. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
Great stuff by our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up in the next hour, we have a lot to get into. We'll recap hour number 1, but we'll also talk NFL. The NFC East is something that we'll always look forward to, but the West is where it all goes down. So we'll talk about that as well as the San Antonio Spurs and some moves that were being made. But right now, I want to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets. You know, you guessed it, to go see Lainey Wilson at the Moody Center, September the 18th. All you got to do is get over to AM 1300 The Zone on that always free iHeart Radio app. Type in AM 1300 The Zone. If you don't already have us at your preset, you should already. And leave the keyword of the day by tapping that microphone, and it is truck. Truck is the keyword of the day. So make sure that you get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Lainey Wilson at the Moody Center. Mark, news came out yesterday. It was official. Today became the day that the Texas State Bobcats now are part of the Pac-12. They're officially start July the 1st of 2026. They will start their schedule. This is their last year in the Sun Belt, and they are so excited about this opportunity to be in the Pac-12.
Man, they have been packing already. They pulled the amps out, put the DJ tables in the box. They are shipping it. They are out of there.
Yep.
I'm excited for them though, and one the main reason I'm excited is the money.
The money.
Yeah, run me my money, son.
Yeah.
Because now they'll be able to do some more NIL type stuff, and there it is. Yep. Not just for football, but for all other sports. They've been historically good in track and field. Charles Austin, Olympic gold medalist in the high jump.
Yep.
You know, they've always had at least one or two other. Even the basketball program has been good in the years past. So I'm looking forward to seeing them allocate that money properly.
Yep.
And disperse it, not evenly, but effectively.
No doubt.
And that's what 12 million can do as opposed to 2.5.
Well, they've got 9 members in that conference as of right now. It'll be Texas State, Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, Fresno State, Oregon State, Utah State, Washington State, and Gonzaga.
Can you say Boise without it sounding funny?
Boise.
That's the funniest sounding city in any city. Listen, I want everybody right now.
How you say it?
Everybody in your cars right now, I want you to say it. Boise.
Is it Boise or Boise?
It's Boise.
I've heard it said Boise.
You've heard wrong, sir. You didn't even hear that. You just made that up.
I mean, sometimes you got to make it up and make it do what it do.
No,
if
don't
you
do
say it
that.
with confidence, nobody will think any other.
How weird. Say it again. Boise. Everybody in the car is laughing right now because it sounds goofy.
Boise.
This sounds like it sounds like a name made up on a Disney movie.
It might be.
I'm from the city of Boise.
Oh my God, what is wrong with this guy? It does not. It does not. But I want to get into this as well. As one team makes their move to a different conference, news came out yesterday that one organization will not be started here in Austin, Texas. The WNBA announced its new homes coming in the new seasons, Mark, and Texas was not one of them. Austin was not one of them. Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia were all named by the upcoming season. So by 2030, there will be 3 new basketball teams in the WNBA.
It saddens me. It truly saddens me. The WNBA will not be coming to Austin, Texas. I have mourning feelings because I was so excited that we would have a team here. But I guess we'll have to wait until the next expansion coming up in 2030. What?
Wrong.
Oh my God.
Not coming.
You did not do that.
You know who's coming here? Let's do that hockey. Hockey is coming here. Now that we have that, it is not happening for you. You went from mourning the WNBA. Our girl Fran Harris, she was working hard.
Man, she was working hard.
Working hard to get that basketball team here for the WNBA.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
That's what we're coming with. We talked about it yesterday. They are going to make a major play. I guarantee they are going to make a.
I hope they don't make something about the bats or the hill country something.
No, man.
I need this team to have a electric name.
That was all minor league stuff. That was independent.
Yeah, I need the real
deal.
Like, come on, man, give me something.
You know it's gonna have Tito's involved in it. You know it's gonna have something pantalones with your boy McConaughey. It's gonna be the Moody Center. Watch, it's gonna be very moody in the center. But yes, I'm disappointed that it's not happening by 2030. You're right. There may be some other news that comes out that there might be a way to get a WNBA team here. But I think, I never thought I'd say it, I think that the hockey part of it will be something that draws the most.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
I believe it.
Golly, man. But I was so looking forward to a WNBA team.
It sounded
for my
like
daughter's sake, man.
It sounded like you was caught up in the emotion, man. I'm sorry for you, man. Sorry. But coming up next, hour number 2 of the morning kickoff. We did the AFC West. Now it's time to do the NFC West. I want to get Mark's thought on who is winning that conference. Jerry Jones, well, he's the next gambler. We got so much more coming up in the next hour of the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next 2 combined. So whatever your customers are into, true crime, sports, comedy, culture, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. And all this reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for you. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time. Call 844-844-iHeart and get podcasting working for you.
You ever go car shopping and just walk back to your old car and say, you know what? You're not so bad. Maybe a new paint job, maybe fix up those dents and dings. New car prices are going crazy now. Interest rates, prices, everything is up. Maaco can make your current ride look like new. Paint touch-ups, dent repairs, fresh bumper. It's a little like a car makeover is what it is. And right now, they got the spring specials going. Perfect time to get in. You get that free estimate. Quick turnaround, by the way. Real value. That's what Maaco does. And we're keeping our cars longer. So make your current ride feel new again. Before you shell out for something new, make your old look new. Go to Maaco.com today. You'll find a shop near you and book an appointment. You're going to get a free estimate. You're going to love the community-based feel you get with Maaco. That's Maaco, MAACO.com. And remember, better get Maaco.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
Things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio presents Stuff You Should Know.
Caffeine can be really good for you and help a lot of things, and caffeine can be kind of bad for you.
It's a drug, and in its pure form, Chuck,
Yeah.
it is a bitter-tasting crystalline powder.
Naturally, it's in the coffee bean and in chocolate and tea, but it's also added artificially in things like soda. Your body is enjoying the caffeine. It's blocking that adenosine. You're going to feel alert and awake. It's got that adrenaline going, and it's rewarding you with the dopamine. I mentioned the vicious cycle, the inevitable crash,
right?
Like any stimulant drug, and you want more of it. Eventually, it's going to affect your sleep patterns. All right, how about some health benefits?
Right.
They found everything from not develop Parkinson's disease to dropping your risk of various cancers.
Well, coffee actually is shown to reduce your risk of diabetes.
4 cups a day, 50% less chance of mouth and throat cancer.
You should eat more grapefruit because grapefruit contains something called narragin or narragin, and it actually slows the removal of caffeine from your brain.
Okay.
So you enjoy its effects longer.
Nice.
Yeah.
For the entire caffeine episode and everything else in the Stuff You Should Know universe, open the free iHeart app, search Stuff, and listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horn. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about the NFL free agency going off. We saw NBA free agency. And, of course, we talked to Joe Cook of Inside Texas about all things Texas Longhorns. And Texas State is in the Pac-12 in 2026. And the WNBA is not coming to Austin, Texas. Sorry, man. This will be okay. But right now, we want to get into the conversation. Yesterday, we talked AFC West and the thoughts about it. So right now, we're going to go into the NFC West. And more importantly, I want to know what Mark's thoughts are on these teams. When you start to look at the Arizona Cardinals, obviously we know what Kyler Murray has been able to do throughout his career. Now that he's decided to be a different person and really focus on what he should be focusing on, and that's trying to make his team better. You go out, you get Marvin Harrison Jr. He's ready to make that next step. He looks like we've been talking about superheroes.
Action figure.
He looks like he was part of one of those movies. Kyler Murray, as I said, that he's gotten a lot better. You got a new coach. You got the new offensive coordinator. Now you try to figure out what's next for this team. Vegas has them sitting at 8.5 wins, over under 8.5 wins. You also got Seattle, you got the Niners, and we'll go through all those, and you got the Rams. But what is your first thought when you think of the Arizona Cardinals?
I think of Kyler Murray and his ability to lead the team and not just be the starting quarterback. He's got to lead that team.
Right.
And you can't lead the team from the back. And he is
You can't talk trash from outside the club.
No.
Right. You got to be in it.
Say it with your chest,
Yeah.
Craig.
Yep.
Like this dude is historically been such an unbelievable talent that he's been able to get by on having talent.
Well, you like James Conner. I know you've talked about him. Zay Jones from right here. He has done his job.
Best blocking wide receiver in the NFL.
And then you got to look at that offensive line if they're going to be able to stay up. Then you go on that defensive side. You mentioned his name earlier, Calais Campbell. He is at Arizona. You also have the defensive back, Buda Baker, being able to do his thing on the back end. You got Josh Sweat, who came in from Philadelphia, big-time defensive presence coming off the edge on the outside linebacker. Baron Browning. You've done some things to make your defense better, but it's only going to go as far as Kyler Murray's going to take you.
Yeah, and he's got to get on that pad and know all the plays so it don't break down because he don't throw the right route. He rolled out to the wrong side last year. How do you, as a starting quarterback in the NFL, go the wrong way? How?
Well, what would help Kyler Murray is you add some video game controllers to that pad.
Well, he's going to try to figure it out. He's going to make some things happen. And I just think that 8.5 wins for him in that West, I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take right at 8 wins.
I'm going to take 8 wins.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under. I'll go there.
Put me down for 8 wins.
Got you. And then you look at what's going on in Seattle. They've made some moves. Cooper Kupp, he still has the juice. You got Jackson Smith and Jigba being the wide receiver that he is, trying to get better each year now that he's going to be in his second year. You went out and you got Sam Darnold as the starting quarterback. Still don't know how I feel about that. You drafted Jalen Milroe as possibly your future. You got Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet as the running back duo. Charbonnet is really, really good. His dad used to be my roommate, actually. And Kenneth Walker, if he could stay healthy, he's dangerous. He is dangerous. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. You got Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy.
Man.
Nasty up front. And then in that back end, Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woodland from UTSA, who's become a superstar in the league. You got Kobe Bryant, and you've done some things on that team that can position you. They are sitting at 8.5 wins as well.
I give them 9.
Ooh, Mark.
Man, that's going to open up for Walker if he can stay healthy, and Charbonnet. Like, those guys are going to be able to run wild because Sam Darnold can tart you. Safeties are going to have to play those wide receivers. And Cooper Kupp, he slipped a little, but he didn't slip that bad.
He's going to be back ready to go.
He was injured, too. A lot of people forget that, Cooper was injured. And that was they gave him, the Rams gave him this is that time you start getting those old man injuries. And I don't know. I think that Cooper Kupp is still a couple of years away from that.
So let me ask you this. Cooper Kupp leaves the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams go out and they get Devontae Adams. Obviously, Jordan Whittington is there for the Texas aspect. Puka Nacua is the go-to guy right now. You got Tyler Higbee at tight end. You brought it. Matthew Stafford renewed his contract, going to be there. Kyron Williamson is somebody that's going to score touchdowns for you.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what. You got Pooner Ford on the defensive side of the ball. You've also got You have Quentin Lake. You have Gerard Verse.
Oh, my God.
That's a monster on the outside now. You moved him a little bit so he can run from sideline to sideline. This is a team that is sitting at 9.5 wins. I'm taking the over.
I'm saying over, too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm taking the over.
They at least 10.
That's what I'm saying. I think that this team is going to be back to where they're going to be contending for a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, and they were good before.
They were just a pass away from winning and beating Philadelphia last year.
Yes, I think that Sam Darnold actually takes them over the hump.
No, Matthew Stafford.
Takes them over the hump.
Yeah, I think that's a good look for that squad right there. Well, then we go to San Francisco. San Francisco is sitting at 10.5 wins.
Put it out your mind.
You got Brandon Ayuk. He seems to be happy. He's coming back. Ricky Pearsall. Pearsall is back healthy. I've seen him out doing some things in the community. Jawan Jennings did an unbelievable job last year.
Yes, he did.
And got himself elevated. Obviously, George Kittle Brock Purdy got his money. And now you look at Christian McCaffrey and you say, can this guy stay healthy? I think he is fragile now.
You see the TV show MASH?
They are MASH unit.
Man, San Francisco had more injuries than the Cowboys did last year, and that's saying a lot.
Yep.
Like the whoever's in charge of the training room, like either get somebody else in there that know what they're doing or give them a raise, one of the two, because they had a lot of work to do.
Well, and you look at this defense, too. You got Nick Bosa. You got Jordan Elliott, who at one time was a Texas Longhorn, went to Missouri, got drafted by Cleveland. Now he's with the 49ers. Alfred Collins was a second-round pick. He's going to be on that defensive line. You still have Fred Warner. You got Lenore in the secondary. This is a good team, but for some reason, I have them right at 10 wins. I don't have them getting over that. So this division could be the best division is what everybody's telling me when you start to look at the wins and the losses.
I'm being generous, and I'm going to give them 9.
Dang. So you'll take the under.
I'll take the under.
Okay. So that puts us at, okay.
Tell your cousin I need to create an account.
Yeah. Well, my cousins just happen to be going to Vegas today, so you might want to go ahead and talk to him real quick and see if he can put something down.
Shoot me that number.
But you start to look at all of these teams in these divisions, and you wonder, what is it going to be like? When you look at what Kyler Murray is as a whole, Kyler Murray is an electric football player when he decides he wants to play. He seems like he is.
Or when something breaks down.
He seems like he's more motivated than he ever has been. He just seems like a totally different person. You haven't heard much from Kyler Murray. Then you look at what's going on in Seattle. I'm not a believer in Sam Darnold. I know he had an unbelievable year, but
even with all the pieces that he has,
he was with a great coach. O'Connell was a great coach for him. I don't know what this other coach is going to be like for him. I don't know what Kubiak's going to be like for him. Then you look at the Niners. All right, we know who they are at this particular juncture, but when do we change this? The only saving grace that I will give them, they brought back Robert Saleh as their defensive coordinator.
Good move.
I think that's an outstanding move. But I believe that this division is going to go to the Rams. I believe for some reason I'm just all in on what I'm seeing from the Rams. Sean McVay, I see a motivated Matthew Stafford. We talked about the Devontae Adams effect, and you got guys on that defense
can I point something out?
Feel free.
So Higbee is a middle of the field and an outside catcher. How do you cover a big tight end like Higbee that can really catch the ball, and you got Devontae Adams on one side and Puka Nacua going across the middle on the other side?
It's gonna be interesting.
Man, it's gonna be hard to deal with the Rams this year, and they were a team that almost made it in the playoffs too.
Right.
The Eagles got very lucky. If they would have been on turf, I would have gave the advantage to the Rams.
No, if it would have been snowing.
If it would have, right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Coming up next, Jerry Jones does it again. We've been talking about it. We've been waiting for it. And now we're on the cusp of getting it. We'll talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the gambler, Jerry Jones. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Light the tower burnt orange.
Grounded to short, backhanded by Good, fires to first. Texas wins the national championship.
Texas softball has won their first national championship in program history.
The Longhorns are on top of the college softball world.
1300 The Zone, the home of national champion Texas softball.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. That's pay. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone. Our iHeart Radio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeart Radio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's reports of an accident going southbound on the I-35 service road around 12th Street, as well as an accident on Altor Street near I-35 around Live Oak. Looking at the drive this morning on Highway 290 going westbound, some stop-and-go traffic from Industrial Oaks over to the 71-290 split. If you're heading this direction, plan for 10 minutes to be added to your drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
This is Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. Discover the true taste of Texas at Mom's Food, Smokehouse, and Delicatessen, where everything is handcrafted in-house, from the mustard to the bacon. Proudly featured in the inaugural Michelin Guide of Texas, they source the finest products from local producers. Visit us at 5811 Manor Road, Austin, Texas, or find them at your favorite farmer's market. Pre-order their barbecue today. Don't you keep the best delicatessen in Austin a secret. Tell them Mark Henry sent you.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay is my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Round Rock Express celebrate Taco Tuesday every Tuesday home game at Del Diamond. Enjoy $2 crispy tacos and $3 16-ounce Estrella drafts for Taco Tuesday with the Round Rock Express. Visit roundrockexpress.com for tickets and schedule.
Hey, it's Cavino and Rich. And whether you're heading to the office, kicking back to watch the game, or enjoying a night on the town, Travis Matthew has you covered. They create versatile apparel designed to make you look and feel your best, wherever the day takes you.
From performance-driven styles to everyday essentials for both men and women, Travis Matthew bridges the gap between style and comfort. Ready to elevate your everyday? Visit travismatthew.com and get 20% off your first order when you sign up for email. That's travismatthew.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is on now. Get a king bed for a queen price and save up to $700. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Shop simple. It doesn't get any easier. You're looking for a new Ford. You don't have time to spend hours at the dealership. So, Truck City Ford in Buda has made it simple. Go online, pick yours at truckcityford.com. We can bring it to you for a home test drive. Once you determine it's perfect, you can arrange financing, value your trade, and sign all your paperwork digitally. Then simply tell us where and when you want to take delivery. Leif Johnson's Truck City Ford in Buda has made buying a new Ford simple.
The Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
I'm here to make a major announcement. I'm devoting my basketball life to the Houston Rockets. We in there. The moves.
You have officially switched teams.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you, Marcus. You have officially changed your team?
No. I just never really bought into any teams in the
Oh,
NBA.
so you didn't even have a wow.
I'm making my commitment right here in front of everyone.
So we got some
in front
jerseys.
of our 1,000 listeners our 1,000 people on our stream, and all the millions that are and millions.
So we got some jerseys. We need to know your size.
Hold on,
us
bro.
Rockets
No.
fans, So we can hook you
now
up.
you and Marcus are going to be brothers.
I'm a t-shirt guy. I'm not a jersey guy. Now, what they have been able to do is taken my heart away from Dallas. I was all in on the Mavs for a while because they were making some major moves. Remember, I was one of the few people that were excited that they got rid of Luka. But I've decided that I am riding with H-Town with the get down. I'm part of their circle. Go, Rockets, go. That will be my new team that I'll be rocking with. So literally, rocket with.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of fun in here to have those conversations.
You mean to tell me that you're going to give up and they just got Flag? Flag is going to be an all-star for the next 10 years.
Because of our duties, we are going to roll with all of them. We're going to cover all these teams because this is an exciting time for basketball in the state of Texas. No doubt about it. When you look at what the Rockets were able to do to go get KD and bring in all those great pieces that they brought in, A+, A+, A+. Now I'm sitting sideways up in that thing. I'm rolling on fofos in H-Town, jamming DJ Screw.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
we got a new Texas anthem, so we got to change this. This is our music. This is the old school. We got to get the young people. We got to, bring in the young crowd on this show.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let's play that in the next segment.
The Rockets are my squad now. You can have your Spurs because you've been on hiatus for a little bit. They want you back. We gonna rock.
What
with
are you
Dallas.
talking about?
Hey,
man, you called George Gervin. I'm good in that San Antonio hood.
I know you good out there, son. But what I'm saying is, you're a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
So San Antonio is part of the underworld for you. The Lakers are your front-running team. But now we got to also look at what the Mavs are doing. So it's going to be fun.
I have a lot of
state,
respect for the Mavs and for Houston.
and it's going to be on and popping now in the state of Texas. But you know as well as I do, when it comes to the state of Texas, there's only one team that we can all talk about, and it ain't H-Town. It's got a lot to do with what's going on in Big D.
The road to a championship is never paved smoothly. It's always paved with peaks and valleys.
This is a soap opera 365 days a year.
Texas is football country. The hole in Texas saved so God could watch his favorite team, the Cowboys.
When I bought the team, I was Darth Vader.
Dallas fans aren't happy.
Last year, they were 1-15.
I said, Dad, I don't know anything about running a football team. And he looked me in the eye and he said, neither do I.
We were gambling my family's whole fortune, so I had to take risks. And it started with Jimmy Johnson.
You part of this, man? Asthma, Mike. Get over there on that other field and have some asthma.
He made practice hell so the game is heaven. We were ready.
Showtime.
All of a sudden, it was a runaway train.
Oh, baby.
Everywhere we went, they were icons.
We played hard, and then we played hard.
With that success, you also get disruption.
Police officer came to me, and they pulled the gun. Open the door right now.
Jerry is that disruptor, that innovator. You're not much of a gambler unless you're going against a popular trend.
No one ever thought Jerry had the guts to fire him. I mean, you don't know half the stuff that was happening. Playing for the Cowboys is different.
The most valuable sports franchise in the world.
No matter what they say, they can't prepare you. You just got to experience it.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
We do it our way, baby.
I could have done without that.
Mark.
I could have done without that. The silence has been beautiful.
We back.
No,
we're back.
We're loud. We're making noise.
Yes. Yes. Talk to me about it, Mark.
No, I like the silence.
August the 19th.
Because the silence means your head is down and you're working.
Oh, they're just going to have a world premiere.
Michael Irvin talked more trash than the sanitation department.
Hey, that's Michael Irvin.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. He ain't playing no more. He gonna talk about the glory days because that's all we got. That is all that we had until this year.
Don't say that.
Until
okay,
this
I'm
year.
finna say because
nobody's putting respect on our name right now.
But that's good. I don't want nobody to have ammunition.
I
want them to just wake up and go, "Oh, what is going on? Why am I getting hit in the face?"
That's what's gonna happen.
Because the Cowboys look like they moving. Bad boys move in silence and violence.
Yeah.
And that's what we doing. Shh. Keep it quiet, Cowboys.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Like lasagna.
Yeah. Slow that down a little bit. But all I'm saying is this. I will be front and center August the 19th when Netflix premieres The Gambler and his Cowboys. Talking about Crypt Keeper is back.
You know who's having a horrible time with this?
Who?
Coach Schottenheimer.
No, he's not.
He's done a great
good.
job of keeping Jerry quiet and calm. Hey, let us work in the night when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And here he is running his mouth again, doing a big show on Netflix. Look at us. We're the Cowboys. We haven't won a playoff game in 10 years. Okay, longer than that. But I'm just being generous.
Yeah, you being generous. But all I'm saying is this. We are in a position now to where the Cowboys are now going to be part of the conversation. They're going to be always. It's just like right now. If you look on social media at this particular moment, every station on ESPN, the 4-letter network, is talking about Arch Manning and the future of it all.
That's because they don't have a choice.
What,
Coach Sark built that.
What do you think Jerry built? That's why they're the most popular franchise out there. People are talking about how much money the Lakers sold for. What you think the Cowboys would sell for?
Wow. That's a good point.
So this has been building for a long time. And now it's in a spot to where it's like, we riding again, man. We are riding again.
I have to see it. I have to feel it. I mean, I want an identity. The Cowboys can't be an identity team. This offensive line,
right?
That's where you start. If they can get these guys to not have the penalties and push people around, a offensive line that Emmitt Smith would be proud of.
Yep.
Because you need it. Because these backs are not the backs that in this league you look at and say, okay, we got dominant traits. Saquon Barkley is not back there.
Because they didn't talk to him.
Derrick Henry is not back there.
Because he didn't talk to him. That wasn't a good business decision.
It was not. But they're in a new place. They're doing different things. I got to see it, Hardge. I have to see it. I don't want to hear it. I want to see.
Well, all I know is this. Cowboys are back. Netflix is about to make a ton of money.
A ton.
Because guess what we're going to be
the
watching?
Haters. That's who's going to watch.
You're going to watch it too. You know why? Because it's going to be part of the show. Every day.
Oh.
Every episode. I'm going to watch all of them. in one sitting, and you're going to watch it with me. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take. You do not want to miss that. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The JV and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Two separate crashes on 183 going southbound. The first one's at Spicewood Springs Road, blocking off two right lanes, causing a 15-minute backup from Anderson Mill. Our second crash is on 183 southbound before Breaker Lane, blocking off the two left lanes, causing it to be backed up from Duval. There's also a crash on the service road of I-35 southbound at 12th Street. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
This Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th, you can get a great deal on a new foot spa, transforming you into the queen of kicking it.
Wait, this has bubble jets. Okay.
Shop great deals this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is coming to Round Rock July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond. Watch these legendary AUSL Pro softball players on the Bandits and Volts battle it out, including Sis Bates, Rachel Garcia, Skylar Wallace, Texas-owned Bella Dayton, and many more. To learn more, go to the AUSL.com and get your tickets today. That's the AUSL.com for tickets. Athletes Unlimited Softball, July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. AUSL, this is legendary.
You know what's faster than your paycheck? Literally everything. It's time to get your pay up to speed. With Earnin, you can access your pay as you work instead of waiting days and weeks for a paycheck. Get up to $150 a day with a max of $750 between paydays. No interest, no credit checks, and no mandatory fees. Because, hey, it's your money. Download the Earnin app now to get it and join millions of people making any day payday. That's EARNIN. Earnin is not a bank. Access limits are based on earnings and risk factors available in select states. Expedited transfers available for a fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
Sponsored by Johnson & Johnson and Bristol-Myers Squibb. Stroke is a leading cause of death and disability worldwide, with over 12.2 million strokes occurring each year and 795,000 taking place in the U.S. alone. Dr. Clay Johnston, Chief Medical Officer and co-founder of Harbor Health.
The signs of stroke can be subtle and hard to recognize, so educating yourself and others is key to responding quickly. An easy way to remember is with the acronym FAST. This stands for face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and time to call 911. The sudden onset of any of these symptoms could mean that someone is having a stroke.
A stroke can affect anyone at any time, so recognizing these symptoms quickly can make a difference, especially when it comes to getting the proper care.
Seeking medical attention at the first sign of stroke symptoms can significantly reduce long-term disability and enhance recovery. It can also increase eligibility for clinical trials, potentially leading to additional treatment options.
For more information on the signs and symptoms of stroke, visit stroke.org.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, partly cloudy skies for your Tuesday, a high of 95. Mostly cloudy tonight, a low of 74. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, a high in the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
iHeartRadio's got you covered for the summer. Hit play on the perfect summer playlist like Summer Classics. Road tripping with commercial-free weekends on Smells Like the 90s. Or zone out in the shade with a good podcast. Your summer soundtrack is already in your pocket with the free iHeartRadio app. Find your next summer preset now.
iHeartRadio. Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
That's what he do. He comes in as the WWE Hall of Fame and the world's strongest man. But you know him as the Mark Henry, and he brings you his world's strongest man. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge,
what up?
You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest man by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. Guys, Hardge had plenty to say in the Hardge Knock Life about how much love he has for the Houston Rockets and what the Houston Rockets mean to him and how now they are his chosen team. Everybody knows I'm a Laker fan. But, and this is a big, huge, giant but, I've always had love for the Iceman. And then I met him in 1991 at the Olympic Festival in San Antonio. And the Iceman brought me into the fold. And I've been a fan ever since. Now, here we are, 2025, Victor Wembanyama. You bring in Fox. Your rookie last year, Castle, gets the Rookie of the Year. The previous one was Victor Wembanyama got the Rookie of the Year. And back to back. And now you bring in Dylan Harper, who they say, Hardge, could be the next NBA scoring leader later on in his career. That this is a guy who has the potential to be a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type player. Whoo, that's heavy praise. But let's talk about the other moves that was made. They brought in Luke Cornett, 7-foot center, plus 7 foot. Defensive guy, a guy that can hit the open shot, adequate passer from the Boston Celtics. And now you have the Twin Towers again. And Victor Wembanyama doesn't have to pick up all of the top guys. Carter Bryant, bringing him in, his game is a lot like Victor Wembanyama's. He's just a smaller guy. But he's a defensive guy, a help guy. We always see LeBron James chasing the ball from the backside and slapping it off the glass. That's Carter. That's Bryant's game. The Spurs have done everything that they could have done and more. And I really feel like that this is going to be one of those breakthrough years for the San Antonio Spurs. What say you?
I'm in, but it's not taking over from my Houston Rockets. But I do like what San Antonio has done. As I've talked about before, when you start looking at these teams and you look at the state of Texas now back to the triangle. Now it's the triangle. Now you look at what Dallas has, the players that they're bringing in, the depth that they're providing. You look at what Houston has just done, bringing in depth and some star power. Same thing with San Antonio. This is going to be fun again to watch all three of these Texas basketball teams because they each have star talent on it.
Hardge, I got a brilliant idea.
Wait. Let's hear it first before we decide.
Before we say it's brilliant?
Yeah, exactly.
There should be an award for the best team in Texas.
I think they have that. I think they have a trophy that is presented to the team with the best record out of the state. But I think it's all their head-to-head matchups.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I want to know who that's going to be, because this may be the most difficult year in years past, with Dallas having all the tools that they have and all the guys they re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring Kevin Durant, which, Hardge, to be honest, I feel like the Houston Rockets have the greatest chance to win the NBA championship next year over Oklahoma City, because Kevin Durant is that much of a game changer. And then you add, and the big issue with the teams that played played Oklahoma City, is Oklahoma City was able to defend everybody.
Yep.
Now they've added Dorian Finney-Smith, the best defensive player that was on the Los Angeles Lakers, is now a Houston Rocket.
Say it again.
So when you go to Oklahoma City next year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, when he gets that switch, it's not going to be like, I forget what Halliburton's, the guy that Naismith. It's not going to be Naismith.
No.
It's going to be Dorian Finney-Smith on that switch. And Kevin Durant is 7'1". So all of those guys that got those bunnies, 17 feet, the mid-range, there's going to be help.
Think about this.
And now at center, you have another guy legit that can play against all of your big guys. There's nobody on Oklahoma City Thunder remotely close to Sengun.
Not only do you have Sengun, you have Steven Adams, you have Jabari Smith, you have Clint Capella, who you just brought back as well. You have defensive rim protectors.
Wow.
Which is why Ime Udoka,
so much depth.
I told you from the beginning, I'm a big fan of what he is as a head coach.
Just because I'm crowning him, don't get all giddy and happy over there.
I'm not.
I'm still going San Antonio over Houston every time I see him play. That's what I'm be going for. That's what I want.
And you still got Amen Thompson.
Yes. Hey, listen, man, it's not age time. It's age time. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Hey, but the winners are us.
Right.
Like the fans in Texas.
Agreed.
Like, man, there's going to be some road trips. I want to go to some of these games in person. I don't want to just have to watch them on TV. Like, Texas basketball is going to be destination again.
Agreed. And those moments when they
we need to get that deal with Von Lane quick.
The Spurs, when they come in to Austin, now you're looking at a totally different Spurs team, and pending who they have, I'm sure they're going to try to find a way to have it with the Rockets or the Mavericks playing here, because that's already sold out. You breathe that into the atmosphere and the tickets are gone, because that's how many people want to see those types of matchups.
How the tickets are going to go up so high.
Yes, that's why you got to be friends with Mark Henry. The world's strongest man, bringing you the world's strongest take.
Yeah, in the basketball season, I'm going to have a few conversations with you, my brother.
We're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick, but we're going to close out. It's in the game.
George, I'm on my way.
There's a lot that's in the game. We'll talk about that and the WNBA All-Star team. Woo! Might have to go see that too, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone presents the Craig Way Show.
Life is Good by Joe Walsh.
Life's been good, but that's close enough for
right.
Joe.
You know, when I see that album cover, for some reason, he looks like Dale Earnhardt to me. With the mustache. Now, I haven't really seen what he looks like in person.
Right.
Back when it was.
Trust me, if Dale Earnhardt were alive today, he would not look like Joe Walsh. There's not many people look like Joe Walsh how he looks today. Trust me.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Two separate crashes on 183 going southbound. The first one's at Spicewood Springs Road, blocking off two right lanes, causing a 15-minute backup from Anderson Mill. Our second crash is on 183 southbound before Breaker Lane, blocking off the two left lanes, causing it to be backed up from Duval. There's also a crash on the service road of I-35 southbound at 12th Street. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Mark, I saw a plate that said QB Killer. Was that yours?
You know it, and I got it at myplace.com where legends can personalize their own plate.
I tried to give Champ, but it was already taken.
Probably by me, twice.
Man, they got everything from Hook'em to Grill Daddy.
Use code THEZONE for discounts, unless you're scared of a little personality on your plate.
Scared? Please. I'm ordering Hardge 1 right now. MyPlates.com, and put some Texas swag on your ride.
Meta AI is the personal AI that's tailored to you. Now with its very own app. It's built to get to know you, offering helpful answers and inspiration. If you're looking for something to add to your bucket list, Meta AI goes beyond traveling the world. It remembers you're a basketball fan and suggests you attend one of the playoff games. Just start typing or speaking to get the answers you need, wherever, whenever, because Meta AI is your personal AI. Download and try the app today. Now available on the Apple App Store or Google Play.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings. In the podcast, The United States of Kennedy, two Kennedy-obsessed hosts with contrasting perspectives take a deep dive into the Kennedy family's impact, good and bad, on American culture. This week, we're talking about Teddy Kennedy and Chappaquiddick.
There's the official record, and then there's a lot of other theories about what happened that night, and I have my own.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow The United States of Kennedy and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
4th of July savings are here at the Home Depot, so it's time to get your grilling on. Pick up the Traeger Pro Series 22 pellet grill and smoker, now on special buy for $389, was $549. Smoke a rack of ribs or bake an apple pie. This grill is versatile enough to do it all. This summer, no matter how you like your steaks, your barbecues are guaranteed to be well done. Celebrate 4th of July with fast free delivery on select grills right now at the Home Depot. Subject to availability.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Hey, y'all, this is Jason Aldean. You know I'm all about supporting what matters to us, our families, our freedoms, and our country. That's why I made the switch to Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. With Patriot Mobile, you're getting top quality service on the same great networks, and every bill helps support our veterans and defend our freedoms. It's time to put your dollars where it counts. Join me in switching to Patriot Mobile today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Aldean or call 972-PATRIOT today.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
What a great show we've had. I confess my love and commitment to the Houston Rockets. We got battles going on. We also got a chance to hear Jalen Ramsey make his announcement that he will be joining the Pittsburgh Steelers in a great trade for Minka Fitzpatrick. We'll see if it's all good in the hood. We also had free agency as Windhorst talks about LeBron and what goes on with that. We also heard about the partnership between Learfield and the University of Texas. Texas State Bobcats are now a member of the Pac-12 starting in 2026. Jerry Jones is ready for the next gambler. And of course, the NFC West was our feature. And if you missed any part of the show, because that rundown right there just gave you everything that you needed. If you miss any part of the show, all you have to do is get over to our podcast page and download the morning kickoff, as always, as we break it all down. Also, I wanted to make the conversation piece about the WNBA. The all-star teams have been announced, and Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Alicia Gray, Aaliyah Boston, Sabrina Ionescu, Nime Amike, Satu Sabali, Brianna Smith, and Asia Wilson all are part of the WNBA All-Star Games. Paige Beckers is a special one for me because I've been saying it the entire time that she is an absolute stud, and she is going to be one of those players that continues to get better and better in the WNBA, and people are going to be talking about her a lot more. But I also wanted to make the announcement that yesterday EA Sports talked about
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Talked about having college basketball back into the video games.
Oh my goodness gracious.
They had it for football. They brought it back, and now they're bringing back basketball. People are going to be excited about it. They will have a release date in 2028, and there will be up to 730 teams. It'll be just like the model of college football, and there will be men and women's teams that will be able to be played in EA Sports March Madness.
Wow, that's big, man, because I grew up with EA Sports before there was such a thing as 2K, NBA 2K. Golly, man, that's just so many hours of my time went into playing that game.
Right.
I'm talking about at least 2 a day through college.
Yeah.
Like that was my game.
It is a totally different time as you start to break it down and you say, okay, what are you going to do? Well, EA Sports is in the game. It's going to be right there back into it.
What is that going to do for 2K? You think that it'll kind of split the audience, or people will just buy them both?
People are going to play them both. I mean, if you're a 2K guy, you're a 2K guy. And then if you just like Madden, if you're a Madden, you're going to play NCAA. You're going to get your time on all those games because some people are true to it.
Remember back in the days, EA had both games. They had NBA Live and they had March Madness, and people bought both games. It was to the point that it was like you just play both games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can make it one game and make it spectacular, then you can like kind of move the needle when it comes to what 2K has been doing. I actually went to 2K's upfront event with Ronnie 2K, the guy that hosts the game. They put a lot of money into that. I mean, like tens of millions of dollars in just the programmers.
Yeah. And so that to me tells you everything you need to know, that the excitement about it when the announcement came out, people were losing their mind. I'm excited for them because, I mean, the video game is the video game, especially now with these kids. As we get older, these kids are more in tune to all these players, and the college, it draws more attention back to the college game because everybody's always like NFL, NBA. But you get back into these college games, kids know these college players a lot better by the time they get to the NFL.
Well, they have to find some way to pay all of these.
Oh, yeah, they're going to do that. People are getting contracts. My nephew Nico is getting paid from EA Sports because he's in the college football game. So
Jacob just signed his deal.
Yeah, so you get it. I mean, they're gonna get their money. So it's not It's not like they're not. Also, we gave you the opportunity to cast your vote on the most popular superhero on AM 1300 The Zone. You still have 22 hours left to cast your vote. And right now, Superman is leading at 54%, Batman with 33%, Wonder Woman ain't getting no love. Spider-Man is 12.5%. But Sion Williams, your homie, said that the first recorded superhero would be the Phantom. Phantom is the first one that was an actual superhero. We talked about Hercules. We've talked about what Iron Man and all the other ones. We might have another one where it says popular. You know, which one is the most, not popular, but which one is the most popular superhero? Right now, it seems like Superman is getting it. And he's got a new movie
Marvel
coming out.
made a lot of characters more popular now than they were initially. And, you know, like Spider-Man, of course, you know, being one of those. Everybody knew that Superman is the ultimate, you know, in DC, but he's not the ultimate in Marvel.
See, and that's the other part of it. Everybody has their opinions about Marvel or DC. I like the Wonder Twins. I like Fantastic Four.
Whoa. Did you say the Wonder Twins?
Yeah, what?
Activate.
That's Hanna-Barbera, what?
Yeah, wow.
But
it's still
that's technically in DC. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because they were in the Hall of Justice.
You know,
wow.
You really like
You're right.
form of a bucket of water?
Yeah, form
An
of
Albia condor.
Yeah, form of an airplane. You know what I'm saying? I'm Wonder Twin Power Activate.
Good Lord. And you know what I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about your feelings, your undying love for these Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
It just brought something to me that it just made me want to confess my undying love for my team too. And sometimes you got to say it with your feelings, Hardge. You got to say it with your feelings.
Well, let me hear it.
My love goes out
What are we doing?
to the Los Angeles Lakers, and it always will. So much.
Okay.
in
Didn't he
love.
tell us that we got a new anthem for the younger kids? There's a new, this ain't it right here. This is not it, Mark.
Man, bump them kids.
That is
We'll
not.
talk about them kids tomorrow.
That is not what them kids was there for this song. And always remember, today is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Oh my God.
He got
Again.
$1.193 million.
Pay me.
How many
until
years?
2035. He is still going to get paid. But also, Matt Holliday, former St. Louis Cardinal, is still getting paid right now $1.4 million on his contract. He's making more than his kid that's playing in the big leagues right now.
Oh my God.
He's already making more. He got a bigger check today than his kid did. I want to thank Mark Henry. I want to thank Marcus. I want to thank our girl Kimmy for making sure that she got us some LFG catering. The whole staff got some. And always remember this, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. We'll be better tomorrow, folks. Peace.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're